Yo, what's good, y'all? I would like to welcome y'all back to episode 30 of the Vine Talks podcast. Today, on which I'm recording this podcast is August 26, 2020. And I just would like to say I appreciate everybody for listening. I appreciate the past listeners, the new listeners, people that sharing my content, people, that really want to, watch their shit grow, you feel me? I appreciate y'all for sharing it because it really going to help me out for real, I appreciate y'all listening and shit, man. I would like for y'all to follow me on Twitter, on all my socials actually. Follow me on Twitter at Mr_FlexALive1. Follow me on IG at Vine_Lucciano. That's VON_LUCCIANO. And also follow me on Twitch at Twitch.tv/Mr_FlexALive. Post content on, Twitter and IG and shit. I appreciate y'all. Today we're going to be talking about a new segment of mine that I had brought up. It's called Did You Know? And we're talking about movies, games, and reparations. So let's just go ahead and get into this shit, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. So, Did You Know segment. This is something new that I want to bring, just in case see how the engagement is with this new segment or whatever, I just want to see, like, how much I like it and see, how much education can I bring to y'all? You feel me? So, let's go ahead and get into this shit. Did you know about the Red Summer in 1919 that happened in Chicago? So Red Summer is pretty much like that was they called it the Red Summer in 1919 because it was just a series of events that was going on for us, like, anti-blackness, anti-black riots and shit. Trying to kill black people and get them out of town, run them out from where they at. So. Did you know about the Red Summer in 1919 that happened in Chicago? In 1919, an anti-black riot broke out from 17-year-old Eugene Williams being stoned at the beach, falling off his raft and drowned. That led to over 1,000 black homes being burned and 23 black people being killed, along with 15 white people being killed. To give more context or whatever, so this young black man, Eugene Williams, right? It was pretty much, it was like on a hot summer day. Motherfuckers going to the beach like how regular people do, you feel me? They going to the beach or whatever. And, apparently Eugene Williams, like his raft had like floated into like this invisible line that separated the whites from the black people. And because of that, they were scolding at him, calling him all types of names. And they was throwing rocks. They pretty much stoned him. They stoned him. He fell off his raft and then later drowned. So, that led to black people standing up. Like I said, it was an anti-black riot pretty much. And they burned over 1,000 black homes and, killed 23 black folks. I'm pretty sure it was way more than that. You know what I mean? They give a number, but it ain't always accurate. You feel me? So that's pretty fucked up. Next. Did you know on September 4th, 1875, in Clinton, Mississippi, Charles Caldwell, a former slave and a Republican state senate, held a political rally at Moses Hill where gunshots were fired by a white man, killing 5 black people, including 2 children and 3 white people, with 3 others wounded. So this white man, this black man, a Republican state senator is holding a political rally, and this white guy that was there, I guess, ain't like that shit, and he started shooting at the motherfucking place. And so that led to a white militia associated with the Mississippi Democratic Party, that went by MODOC, M-O-D-O-C. Y'all should go ahead and look this shit up. They were called up to hunt black people, and nearly 50 black people, I'm pretty sure it was more. But nearly 50 black people were killed over a mass of a few days. That's fucked up, right? Now, to give you more context on Charles Caldwell, listen to this. Charles Caldwell, Republican leader during Reconstruction, was assassinated outside Chilton Store on the northeast corner of Leek and Jefferson Streets on December 30th, 1875. Caldwell, a former slave, was a delegate to the 1868 State Constitutional Convention, and in 1870 was elected to the state senate. He organized a political rally that led to the Clinton riot. A target of vigilantes, Caldwell was lured to the cellar of Chilton's store and killed in the ambush. They ambushed this black man. Ambushed this man. He just trying to make shit right. He's a damn real. He was a Republican. Yeah, he was a Republican for the state senate and shit. And you know what I'm saying? It's just sad how, you know, if you listen to these things, right, and just you know, think about how that transpires to present day. Just think about this. Last but not least, did you know fact? Did you know on May 13th, 1985, the Philadelphia Police Department, they dropped the bomb on a Philadelphia neighborhood ordered by the mayor himself and the chief of police to get rid of a black organization called MOVE. MOVE doesn't have an acronym, but it was founded by John Africa. He changed his surname to John Africa. You already know why. You feel me? And you know, some Malcolm X type shit. And you know, they dropped a bomb on a whole neighborhood. But let me go on and continue finishing, right? So there was an altercation in 1978 that led to a shootout, killing one officer and several MOVE members injured. 9 members were convicted of the killing and gave them all life sentences. In 1985, that's when the bombing happened on the MOVE organization, killing 6 MOVE members and 5 of their children, with 65 houses being destroyed. These bombs were being dropped from police helicopters. You know what I'm saying? When all this shit, once the fire started to spread, you know, firefighters, you know what I'm saying, were out there and they were scared to even go around, you know what I'm saying, in fear of them getting shot. Whole time, they told the firefighters, like, yo, let that shit burn. You know what I'm saying? They burnt that shit to the ground. Look it up. 1985, May 13th, is pictures of the burnt buildings and all types of shit. Like while the buildings were burning, the MOVE organization, like the members were trying to get out the buildings. The cops had surrounded, you know what I'm saying, these buildings and whatever. And as they were coming out, they started unleashing fire on these folks, man. It's fucked up. But that's a did you know for you. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you got some knowledge out of that. Next we're gonna be talking about some games. Let me get a sip of this water. So we're getting to the game portion. Halo Infinite was delayed to 2021. So my thoughts on this is just like, you know, it was I think it was the original release was for December or some shit like that, and they delayed it because the game looked awful. It looked old. It looked outdated. You know what I mean? People were shitting on it, and they was getting roasted by the people. So they was like, you know, we're gonna delay this whole. And it's sad because this is one of the games that, you know, that keeps Xbox alive, and Xbox ain't got no games as it is. And for this to get delayed, it's kind of like, whew. You know what I'm saying? Don't look like I'm gonna be getting one this year. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's pretty much it for that one. Sony, they came out and said that they not delaying nothing, but they ain't even revealed a price yet. You know what I'm saying? They didn't reveal shit. They didn't give out a price. Like they didn't say like when they will reveal a price. There's no pre-order date, and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's kind of like, you know, what the fuck is up, Sony? What y'all got going on? What y'all got planning? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. There's rumors that the PS5 gonna be $500 or some shit, but that's just rumors. There's rumors that the PS5 is gonna release in November, but that's just rumors. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming so because 2K supposed to come out in November, I think. So yeah, we'll see. Apex Season 6. It's out. I like it, but I don't like the new legend. The new legend is named Rampart, and she's put him in a new legend that can lay down shields and put down a minigun as her ult. So about that, the shields come up too damn slow. And as the shields are coming up, motherfuckers shoot at that shit, they get shot or whatever. You shoot at them, they just get destroyed quick as hell. And then her minigun, it takes too damn low to do anything. It takes too low for her ult to come out. You know what I'm saying? So you use her ult. It takes too long for the minigun to come up. Then it takes too long for her to hop on the minigun. Then it takes too long for her to load up the minigun. Then you shoot that motherfucker. The recoil is ridiculous. You ain't really hitting shit from a distance. On top of that, once you run out of ammo, it's infinite ammo on it, but once you run out and it reloads again, that takes forever. Like, you pretty much, if you get on that minigun, you probably got a chance of knocking one. If you knock one, you might as well go ahead and get off that motherfucker, because they gonna rush your ass, man. Like, I don't see her having an advantage of anything, to be honest with you. Like you gotta camp with her ass, man. Like, I don't know. I ain't fucking with them. They got a new weapon though. It's called the Volt SMG. It's an energy weapon. I love it. That motherfucker hit hard. It ain't really no recoil on that hoe, but I don't go for it. I've been knocking motherfuckers with that bitch. Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been going crazy with that motherfucker, man. For real. I've been knocking their ass. They have a new crafting system. The items in the crafting system, they change weekly and daily. So every week, like I said, there'd be new items in the crafting system. And it changes or whatever. So like, you get on this little computer and you just pick whatever that's in the rotating wheel. You feel me? And then items change daily as well. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. I think 2 days ago it was like a prowler with select fire, goddamn purple mags, and something else. It was some other shit. It was pretty cool. And like a purple backpack. You know what I'm saying? Just to give y'all an idea of, how that shit worked. And there's new map changes or whatever. It's like a little spaceship on that motherfucker and shit like that. The train don't work. They took the train out that motherfucker. It's like busted and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it for Apex. There's a new Suicide Squad game coming out, but it's supposed to be released in 2022. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. There's a cinematic trailer out there that shows Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and that shark nigga. I forgot his name, but him. Gotham Knights gameplay trailer. Now this was fire. I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit was fire. I like that. I watched it about 2-3 times. The release date is supposed to be in 2021. You can play solo or co-op play as Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Hood, and Robin. Fire. It's supposed to be released on all platforms. They showed gameplay with Batgirl, and her shit. It looked really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie, like, it should look fire. Like, it looked fun already, you know what I'm saying? And from the video that I watched, it was the pre-alpha build, you know what I'm saying? So that shit was kind of fire. What else? You could play, so in the trailer it said that you could play with your own preferred style and build. So like, I guess you can go in as like on some sneaky type shit, you feel me? You can go in guns blazing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like, you could sneak in an establishment, knock out motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, on some Splinter Cell shit, or you can just go on that motherfucker on some Rambo type shit and just whoop motherfuckers' ass, you feel me? So that shit might be different fun. Oh, they have tag team moves. They have they saying that different attacks will on different bosses will hurt differently and shit like that. They show Mr. Freeze is one of the bosses, so that was pretty cool. The gameplay trailer was pretty cool, man. You know, so we need more gameplay trailers like this. It looked good in my opinion, so I fucks with that. There's another game from another trailer that I watched. It's called Black Myth Wukong. Now, this game look fire. It's like a Chinese, like it's this game is made in China, I believe. I don't think there's a release date at all. There's no release date at all. You play as like this ape type character. Like, this shit look fire. Like, just go watch the trailer. It's called Black Myth Wukong. Just go watch it. This shit look good. You won't be disappointed. I'm waiting on that shit already. I'm hyped. Going to the movies. Okay, so the Batman. They're making a new Batman movie. It's starring Robert Pattinson. Jeffrey Wright is playing as James Gordon. He's a black James Gordon. I don't know how a lot of people gonna feel about that. You feel me? I don't know how a lot of people gonna feel about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? The trailer was decent, I guess. It's supposed to be released October 1st, 2021, so next year. Yeah, I'll be seeing it. Don't know if I'm gonna go watch it, if I'm gonna go to the actual theaters and watch it, but I'm most definitely waiting on this movie, you know what I'm saying, see what's going on with it. Just fucking DC been dropping some heat, man. They got a new Justice League trailer that's supposed to be released in 2021. The Rock himself, Dwayne Johnson, he announced a new Black Adam. a new Black Adam movie or whatever. He's the face of Black Adam, so this is pretty cool. The shit looked pretty cool. I'm excited. I fucks with Black Adam a long way. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm excited for it. And the fact that The Rock playing him, it's gonna be pretty good. It's pretty good. He's a pretty damn good actor. Wonder Woman 1984 trailer, no release date for it, and they saying it's only gonna be in theaters. I don't know what the fuck they got going on because of the COVID shit. So I don't know if they saying it's gonna release next year in theaters, probably when all this shit going down. They're gonna release 2022 when all this shit calm down. But it's a new Wonder Woman trailer, Wonder Woman 1984. Go ahead and get on YouTube and go watch that hoe. I fuck with it, man. DC been dropping some shit. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get into one question that was asked by my boy No. He asked, why is it okay for male rappers to rap about this, talking about WAP? If y'all don't know what WAP stand for, was wet ass pussy, right? It's a song with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Why is it okay for male rappers to talk about WAP, but female rappers get shitted on when they talk about wet ass pussy? No, to be honest with you, bro. So, honestly, I don't know. Motherfuckers are weird, bro. Like, people weird about females talking about they wet ass pussy. Like, they scared. Like, I was watching a live stream of Daquan Wiltshire on YouTube, man. He funny as hell. That nigga said, niggas mad about females talking about they wet ass. No. Yeah, he said, cause yeah. So he was like, niggas mad about females rapping about they box, but niggas are okay when rappers talk about putting niggas in one. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I honestly don't know why people are upset, and it's okay for females to talk about WAP, but look at who's complaining. Parents complaining about this, like bitter ass, like old white women and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people that just want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? People that they, you know what I'm saying? People that just want to be heard. People that just ain't got shit else to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay for females to talk about this shit. I personally don't give a fuck. Talk about that shit all day. I want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, that song ain't for me. But I listen to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I really don't give a fuck. But so, like, it's kind of hard to even like get on this shit. Like it is okay for female rappers to talk about wet ass pussy and talk about that shit, because like you said, like, male rappers talk about putting niggas in the grave and, you know what I'm saying, shoot motherfuckers up. I'm fuck that bitch, my dick in a woo 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 woo. You feel me? This, that, and the third. And it's kind of like I say, it's people just want something to talk about. Like, people really just want to like be upset over something. Like okay, for example, because I keep saying like too much, and I just need to get my thoughts together real quick. So people are upset at this shit because, right, you see, like, they saying they children are listening to it. For you parents out there, why are your children not being monitored? I'm gonna give you a second. I'll wait. All right. Why do you not turn the radio? I'll wait. Why you allow your kid to listen to it? I'll wait. You have all the control, right? You have all the control in the world. You can censor what your children listen to. You can censor what your kid watch. Like it's so much like parental controls on these devices, and these children can't even get to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they won't have no access to these things that you don't want them to watch. So why get upset at these females for talking about, you know, wet ass pussy or whatever, talking about they box and shit like that, when y'all should get mad at yourself for not you know what I'm saying, for not doing correct parenting. If it's that bad, then y'all shouldn't be parents. Y'all can't control what y'all child watch or listen to or hear or talk about or whatever, then y'all just shouldn't be parents. Obviously, it's something with y'all where y'all can't control y'all children. You know what I'm saying? So just so know, if you know what I'm saying, if you get to this part and you listen to this shit, bro, just think about it. Think about the people that are really complaining. You know what I'm saying? It's parents, older white women. I seen some black dudes talk about that shit too. And it's like, bro, your favorite rapper talk about fucking a bitch like yesterday, bro. What you talking about? You feel me? Like it's, you know what I'm saying? And then like, and it's other women too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all women act like y'all ain't getting y'all pussy popped 8 and 8. You feel me? Like y'all, like why y'all talking? Like why y'all? I see. Oh, here's the thing. They mad because Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B are getting paid to do these things. They look fabulous in the video. They look good as hell. You feel me? So they just mad that they not doing it. They mad that they ain't getting paid for something that they do for free. You feel me? Like that's all it is. Like motherfuckers just getting mad and they getting paid for shit that motherfuckers out here doing for the free. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best way I can describe it. I think that's the best way I can describe it. That's the best way I can describe it. So, yeah, man, motherfuckers just mad because females out here doing this shit and they getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? They just having fun. Now, I'm going ahead and get into something real deep. You know what I'm saying? Something that a lot of y'all don't want to talk about. Something that a lot of y'all got a lot of excuses for. Something that a lot of y'all just simply don't understand. And y'all don't care to understand. Y'all don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That this is for y'all and for the ones who want to listen. We're going to talk about reparations, man. So, I have a few things to say about this. But I'm going to give y'all the definition first, right? The definition of reparations. Reparations. The making of amends for a wrong one has done by paying money to other. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Let me start back. Because the way this shit worded is weird. Reparations. The making of amends for a wrong one has done by paying money to otherwise helping those who have been wronged. So, let me read that one more time for y'all, right? Reparations. The making of amends for a wrong one has done by paying money to otherwise helping those who have been wronged. So, the Holocaust, right? Y'all know that they got like a lot of the survivors of the Holocaust, they got paid reparations. What was it? Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get to these facts real quick. And I'm gonna say a statement that y'all gonna that should stick for y'all, right? Because they love saying this shit. Y'all know what I mean by they. How are you going to get over something they try to force you to forget? I'm going to say that one more time. This is like a question. How are you going to try, or how are you going to get over something that they try to force you to forget? Now, let that sink in. And I'm going to come back to that after I you know what I'm saying, give y'all these facts. So, reasons why reparations are, should be granted. With 250 years of slavery, 90 years of Jim Crow, 60 years of segregation, 35 years of redlining, also the crack era in the 80s, also with the mass incarceration of black men, Reconstruction. After slavery, they done made prisons which is now modern day slavery with these prison systems, especially these private prison systems. These private prisons, you know what I'm saying? Right after slavery, they invented prison for black men that probably didn't commit any crimes, or it was a petty crime, like they stole a piece of candy or some shit. In these prisons, especially back in the day when they first created these prisons, they sold these black men to technically slave owners, right? To work for them to do what the fuck that they wanted to do, slavery all over again. But y'all don't want these reparations? The bombings of Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Tulsa, what was it? And goddamn, you got the bombers of Black Wall Street. You got these old ass practices of these doctors, or these white doctors that believe that black people didn't feel pain, experimenting on our black women. because they thought they didn't feel pain. They, what was it? They used to hang black women, right, while they were pregnant. For the ones that y'all that don't know this, they used to hang black women, pregnant black women, cut open their stomachs, let the embryo fall out, and stomp on the embryo. Do y'all know about these things? Is it too much for y'all to handle? Is this one of these things that y'all just don't y'all wanna try to make us forget? Y'all don't want y'all future children to remember or to know about these things, how fucked up America really is and has been. That there haven't really been a good era for black people in America, period. Once again, how are you going to get over something that they try to force you to forget? In 1988, Ronald Reagan apologized for the Japanese American internment during World War II. They paid $20,000 to each survivor, right? Because y'all know they dropped 2 atomic bombs on in Hiroshima and shit, on Hiroshima in Japan. But you had, and around this time is when the crack era started going around. So you put crack on the streets of our black communities, but you apologizing for shit that y'all did into Japan. Y'all pay reparations to these folks. But okay. U.S. also helped pay reparations for Holocaust survivors. In case y'all didn't know that, look that shit up. About 70% of Americans are against reparations. White Americans. Hold on, listen. About 70% of Americans are against reparations. White Americans are the least in favor of it. One more time. About 70% of Americans are against reparations. White Americans are the least in favor of it. Reparations were paid in North Carolina to victims of forced sterilization and the eugenics programs, right? So, to get into more depth about this, they was it like black men and women or whatever, that ones that was in prison, they was sterilizing them, right? And they had like eugenics programs that was funded by North Carolina, by the government, to sterilize, black people so they can't reproduce. Things of that nature is fucked up. But we don't have our reparations. Once again, how are you going to get over something that they try to force you to forget? Like, so let's look at today, right? Black men are still getting killed by the police. If y'all know the history of the police were created to hunt down slaves, to recapture slaves and take them back to the plantations where they tried to escape from, right? I've said this plenty of times, and sometimes I feel like people just not listening. They're not hearing these facts, man. They're not hearing these facts. This is a pretty short podcast, by the way. I'm about to be 30 minutes in. But I guess it's just getting straight to the point of, where are the reparations? And people love to say, oh, not everybody is a descendant of slave. Well, how about, recently? This is still pretty recent, back in the 50s and 60s, where they was fucking sicking dogs on my black people. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, grandmas, great grandmas, aunties. You know what I'm saying? That endured these things from the back in the 50s and 60s. Like, y'all gotta understand, things didn't just stop at slavery. You gotta look at what happened after that as well. You know what I'm saying? During, fucking right before slavery. And this is a lot that I would want y'all to look. Right before slavery, during slavery, right after slavery, during Jim Crow, they used to fucking barbecue our people and call them picnics. That's where the term pick a nigga. That's where the term picnic came from. But there's still no reparations for my people, right? And then y'all want to say, oh, who's going to pay for these reparations? Where's the money going to come from? Whose taxes going to come? Who? It's coming out of my white pocket. And like, yo, COVID should be a great example of all of that bullshit going aside. They had trillions of dollars going to fucking Americans that filed for unemployment or whatever, you know what I'm saying, because COVID was, leaving people without jobs or whatever. So people that filed their taxes and shit last year, they got a direct deposit of $1,200. But motherfuckers don't want reparations, motherfuckers don't want reparations, but y'all was down for the government giving out a large amount of money to Americans, not white people, not black people, just working Americans in the country who were eligible for this, for that damn what's that shit called? Damn, what's that shit called? For that damn check, for that $1,200 check, man. For that $1,200 check, a stimulus check. There we go, for that $1,200 stimulus check. But black people still ain't get they paid dues. This is how I feel. I feel like every black person in America should get reparations. I don't give a fuck, because after slavery, people's grandmas and aunties, great grandmas, great grandpas, granddaddies, you know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. They suffered for things that they couldn't even fucking control. They couldn't even control. You can't control that you're black. We're black first before anything else. We can't control that. We're just born this way. And we happy to be born this way. A lot of us are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are happy to be born this way. You know? So that whole excuse of, the black people getting reparations, I feel like black people should get reparations. I feel like black people should get free fucking college, right? To whatever, and they can choose to go to whatever college they want to go to. They should get a lump sum of money, right? Each household or whatever, however they want to do that, they should get a lump sum of money. They get free college tuition. They get to go to whatever college they choose to go to. They want to learn a trade, and if they don't want to go to a university, I feel like black people should be able to go to learn these trades and not pay a fucking dime. Not pay a dime. All of these things should be granted. You know how they give grants and shit? I feel like all these things should be granted for my people, because all of these events that happened throughout time, that kept our people behind. That gave a disadvantage to our people. You know what I'm saying? The moment that we're born with a handicap. So we have to make amends for ourselves, you know what I'm saying, make ends meet with ourselves to get out of the struggle, you know what I'm saying? To get out of the situation that we're in, and we barely have any resources as opposed to other demographics in this country. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a rough neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, in the community on the south side of Chicago, you feel me? I grew up where there wasn't a lot of resources, you feel me? And I grew up around poverty, you know what I'm saying? A whole lot of, I grew up in that shit, around that shit, you feel me? And to see that, now knowing that I know now as a 25-year-old man, knowing what I know now, you know what I'm saying, and looking back on that shit ain't right, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason why my people should have to suffer for things that they could not control. They suffered for shit that had happened a long time ago, and America just keeps shitting on my people, keep spitting on my people, keep trying to forget, trying to erase our history. We don't even know our original bloodlines. Like, we can't go back to Africa and trace our shit. That shit is gone. You know what I'm saying? Because they ruined it. You know what I'm saying? They took that shit away. They trying to erase history. The history books ain't telling shit. They always talk about African American history. Bitch, that's American history. What happened in America, y'all. The people that did the wrong to mine, and people don't give a fuck now, as you see, people do not care now. You know what I'm saying? Because, they don't want to see my people get ahead. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I'm talking about this, because I want to see my people eat. I want to see my people get ahead. But every time my people try to do something great for themselves, they always get shitted and spitted on. You know what I'm saying? Especially back in the day. Once again, with the bombers of Black Wall Street, they tore that shit down. Goddamn black communities were flourishing in that shit, man. And they tore it down because they were scared. You know what I'm saying? But people love to say, oh, slavery, you wasn't a slave. Well, how about, Black Wall Street? What about in 1985? Y'all heard what I read. Let's go back to 1985 when they bombed a Philadelphia neighborhood that had black people in it. What about that? That's not that long ago. I was born in 94. What? That wasn't that long ago. But people love to say, oh, you was a slave. That didn't happen to you. That didn't happen to woo. Like, bro, what? This shit's right? So this history still affects my people, because a lot of my people, along with anybody in this country, don't really know the true history to anything for real. You know what I'm saying? So It still bothers my people. It's still hindering my people because they don't know. They just don't know. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what happened. They don't know what's going on, and they're teaching it less and less every single year as years goes on. We only got 1 month to celebrate, black people. You know what I'm saying? Black History Month in Americans' eyes. You know what I'm saying? I celebrate that shit all the time. You feel me? Because I love being black. You feel me? I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love how I grew up. I love where I came from, you know what I'm saying? Because, it built character in me, you know what I'm saying? It made me the person who I am today. You feel me? And the fact that people are constantly talking about, oh, get over it. How are you going to get over something that they try to force you to forget? You can't. That's a quote by me. Quote that. That's from me. How are you going to get over something they try to force you to forget? You can't get over it. Once again, they try to say they trying to, hide the genocide of the Native Americans. They trying to low-key, slowly but surely hide that shit. Like, people don't even know the origin of Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I know this going off topic a little bit, but it's still in the same senses of, like, people don't even know the origin of Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I don't celebrate pagan holidays, like, at all. Like, I don't even tell motherfuckers Merry Christmas and Happy Thanksgiving no more, just because I don't celebrate that shit, because I already know the history behind that shit. Once you know the history behind the things that goes on, that you want to stop doing it. Like, I don't use the term picnic, because that came from pick a nigga from them white folks back in the day, killing my people, barbecuing them and eating them. You know what I'm saying? Listen, but people say, oh, they 70% of America are against reparations. It's like, why? What is the sole purpose of y'all being to get reparations? You know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all scared that black people are going to get ahead? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people know a lot of the history of, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, certain people know the history of what went on with black people, but it's a particular part of people that knows, that doesn't want another Black Wall Street to happen again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly feel like, like what Godfrey said on Vlad or whatever. Like, I agree with him. Like, black people, we just need our own shit. Like, we got HBCUs, but we need to get more of our black athletes going to the HBCUs to get more money going towards these HBCUs, because you don't need these big colleges, these big white colleges that's getting all the money, that don't pay these players at all. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no money. Let's get this money going to these historically black colleges. You feel me? Let's go ahead and do that. You feel me? Like, it's sad to even think, like, people really think the way they do. But it's even worse that they try to hide things that happen in history, because people know if the truth comes out, the real truth about everything comes out, this motherfuckers will be in flames. Like just from me reading things like it about my people, about, you know, it's in the history that went on in America alone, it makes me to want to become militant in a way, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna change. I'm gonna break cycles. You feel me? I know why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I found my purpose, and I want everybody, you know what I'm saying, all the black people that listen to this, you know what I'm saying, like, y'all know the purpose. You know what I'm saying? Educate yourself. Even for everybody else that's listening to this shit, educate yourselves, man. Educate yourselves so that way y'all less ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't asking for sympathy, but it's like, damn, like motherfuckers just want a little piece of, like, you know what I'm saying, like, motherfuckers just want people to stop lying and just get to the truth, what really happened to my people. You feel me? Like, America just need to educate themselves and stop hiding the truth of what happened to my people, because they know that shit gonna make people upset, because it makes me upset every time I read some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Every time I read something that happened about what went on with my people, how they just dismantled and slaughtered my people, you know, because of the color of their skin. It's sickening. It's very sickening. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to think about that. How are you going to get over something that they try to force you to forget? You can't. You know what I'm saying? And they doing it every day. And people so damn ignorant, dumb, and stupid, they don't see that. They don't want to see it. People being ignorant is a choice. And with knowledge comes power. Like money is power, but knowledge is the most powerful thing that you can have. Nothing can stop up here. You know what I'm saying? In that brain of yours, nothing can stop that in that cranium. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can, as long as people can't take away your knowledge, man. People just can't take away your knowledge. If you know these things that I read, things that I tell y'all or whatever, things that I'm learning on my own still, y'all be more inclined to wake the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sickening. It's sickening and it's sad. And I just really want people to really think about what I'm saying and to open their eyes and ears to the truth. How are you going to get over something that they try to force you to forget? I want that shit to stick to y'all, man. I want that shit to stick to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's a quote from me. And I want y'all to think about that shit because, like, once again, they try that shit, man. Whew. I'm pretty, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for my show notes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really wanted to get, hit on this topic, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people really need to know. Yeah, man, that's about it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just ask this question one more time. How are you going to get over something that they try to force you to forget? They don't force you to forget 9/11. I'm just saying. They don't force you to forget Columbine. I'm just saying. They don't force you to forget who Elvis is and fucking. They don't force you to forget who George Washington is and that motherfucker had hundreds of slaves. You feel me? Just think about these things, yo. Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? And they can force you to forget things in different ways by just not even telling you. You know what I'm saying? That draws a line of, you know what I'm saying, generations upon generations to not even know their own history. You know what I'm saying? America got a fucked up history. It was, you know what I'm saying? From what I've seen, it ain't been a time period where it was peaches and cream. Never. Even today, 2020. You know what I'm saying? So, that's pretty much all I got. I appreciate everybody for listening. It ain't been that long, 42 minutes in. Yeah, man. Shit, this has been a great episode in my opinion. You feel me? Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at Mr_FlexALot1. Also, make sure y'all follow me on IG at Von_Lucciano. That's VON_LUCCIANO. And I also want y'all to follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr_FlexALot. This has been episode 30 of the Von Talks podcast. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.